Humans can't do everything. As much as we have discovered a lot of things, invented a lot of things, um, planned a lot of things. I don't know if I said discovered a lot of things. If I did, then I guess I said it again. Uh, Prevailed, evolved, created subjects, created knowledge, created schools and all, even though schools suck. The person that created schools are kinda stupid and idiotic, but also, I guess, on the good side, the pros is to teach people, is to teach kids, growing adults, as well as college and university. No, that's like for the jobs. That's like the higher ups, the higher levels. Because you got kindergarten, primary, and secondary, or middle school, junior high, senior high. And then college, universities, those are for the J word, or jobs, the jobs that robs. And yeah, even though we've done all that, and we've also built communities, we built neighborhoods, we built houses, we built a structure, we built society, we've instilled some knowledge and structures and frameworks of civilization, civility, how to behave as human beings. Does it look like it matters nowadays? Does it look like it matters nowadays? As much as we want to continuously preach civility, humility, and being moral and all that morality, are people acting out like that? It's few and far between and it's rare. But you can be delusional all you like and still say, well, we are being like that. No, not really. And also, authorities don't really care. They are selectively caring. When they see like it doesn't fit the narrative, their narrative, they mean, yeah. Not just the general narrative of the collective good, collective humanity, collective humans. No, it's just their narrative. Unbelievable. It just baffles you, it just makes you lose your brain cells and just makes you go completely retarded. You're just in disbelief, utter disbelief. But yeah, despite of all those things that I said, that humans have come so far till now, still, as much as people like to believe that we can do everything, no, we can't. We can't do everything, just like the title of this video. If we put our minds to it, we can do anything. Okay, how about this? Can you put a gun to your head and pull the trigger and survive? Well, you might survive with the off chance that it gets lodged in your head and you're still alive. But if you bump your head, it might damage the nerves and it gives you a splitting headache. Those are some of the war veterans. Or it could very well end you. But in spite of that, we most likely will die. So we can't do everything. Check. Humans can do everything. Alright, how about this? Can we stand in front of a oncoming vehicle and get hit without being scathed? We are unscathed, without breaking our leg or legs or breaking our bones. Completely fine. Or at least I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe a few scratches and bumps and bruises here and there. No, we end up in a critical condition or even die. So yeah, we can't do everything. Check. Humans can do everything. Alright, how about this? Can we jump off a cliff, jump off a building, and survive without even being paralyzed, crippled, without even dying? I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we stab ourselves in the gut or anywhere, and then we lose a lot of blood and we die? Before we die, we go into anaphylactic shock, or just some kind of shock, convulsing. And we most likely will die anyways on our way to the hospital, blood loss. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Alright, how about this? Can we beat each other up, or someone beats someone severely, blunt force trauma, and they survive it? Again, with the getting hit by a car with only a few scratches, bumps, and bruises. No, we will die because the trauma, heart attack, and all that, severe pains, broken bones, broken nose, broken skull. Might even end up like Glenn from The Walking Dead. You know, when he was beat up by Negan real bad with his bat called Lucille. Can we survive that? With the eye bulging, popping out of the socket. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we get electrocuted sitting on an electric chair? Execution and survive it? Last I checked, all of the prisoners at death row have died. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we inject euthanasia into our system, our bloodstream, and survive? Can we tranquilize ourselves with an elephant or horse or whatever tranquilizer and survive it? No, we cannot. I thought so. Because elephant tranquilizer has a high dosage and it can literally kill a human being. You can go look it up. You can tranquilize an elephant, but it will kill us. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we ingest food that is filled with insecticides and pesticides and all these chemicals and not suffer from stomach irritations, possibly death, or any cancerous stuff, anything that bothers our health, that messes with our well-being? Can we still walk through life after consuming all those high toxins, highly contaminated foods? You know, poison, rat poison. We cannot? Oh, I thought we can do everything, right? Exactly, I thought so. Who would have thought? Humans can do everything. C-A-N. Can, not can't. Can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we smother someone with a pillow? If they turn their heads to the side, not heads, not a hydra, head to the side, yeah, we can survive. But if we look directly at the pillow while being smothered, can we survive? Last I checked, people have died. Yeah, I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we consume a lot of medicine, a lot of drugs, and not die of overdosing? Unless we get our system pumped out. We go to a hospital and get our stomachs pumped of all those things, chemicals and medicines, drugs in our systems. Oh, we cannot? Oh, I thought so. I thought we could do everything though, right? But you say we can do everything though. No, we cannot. Yeah, I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? How about we sit ourselves in a bathtub filled with acid, Breaking Bad style, in a vat full of acid, and not dissolve and not burn? Can we withstand radiation, you know? Just like the nuclear bombs, the nukes, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and not survive all the radiation and not be mutated or whatever. Wait, what? We cannot? But I thought we can do everything though, right? Someone told me you can do everything if we put our minds to it, specifically said in every word, word for word, verbatim. We can do anything as long as we put our minds to it, but somehow we can't survive. But I did put my mind to it, but I ended up dead. Why? I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we hurt one another without having the feeling of vengeance and revenge and vindication? If that's a word, vindictive. And then we want to take it out on others, or we take it out on them, payback's a bitch. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I thought we are supposed to walk it off, be the bigger person, right? As much as a lot of us like to say that, but deep down, secretively, that person is trying to exact revenge on that wrongdoer that has done something to them. As much as we like to act so civilized and human as humanly possible, but we somehow find ourselves straying off course, off the tracks, off road. Wait, you said we can do everything, right? As long as we put our minds to it. Oh, exactly, I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we put ourselves in a freezer and not freeze to death? I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we put our hands on a hot stove for 5 minutes? Never mind. 5 seconds. Don't take it away immediately. Don't you dare, or cut your hand off. Wait. Am I being lied to? Am I being lied to? Have I been lied to? Yeah, you have been lied to, because humans can't do everything, just like the title of this video. Because we respond to stimuli. We take it off. We take our hands off the burning stove immediately, less than a second. Lightning speed. Boiling kettle as well, anything hot. Yeah. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we go skydiving without a parachute? Same with the jumping off a cliff and jumping off a building and not break our bones. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we inhale the poisonous fumes, toxic fumes, mustard gas, and not suffer the consequences? Tear gas. Since we like to say that we are so high and mighty and amazing, right? We can do anything, survive and sustain as long as we put our minds to it. Oh no, really? We cannot. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about going through the worst of the worst scenarios and not be traumatized? Can we survive all forms of abuse, all forms of trauma, and still come out on the other side alive without having those things sitting in your brain, in your brains, sitting in your mind? Oh, exactly. We can't. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we tolerate each and every one in spite of our differences? This is an absolute humorous joke. And when I say humorous, I don't mean that. I was being sarcastic. It's not funny. But we like to say it, we like to think it as funny. Can we get with one another and communicate with one another in spite of our differences, Instead of always going for the better looking people, vanity, looks and all that. Chats and Tyrones, for the girls, or for the guys, Stacy's and Rebecca's. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we just recover and recuperate from our mental health if we are too far gone? Because last I checked, people can be too far gone and be all the way psychotic. They have to be in an asylum, insane hospital, mental asylum. Just a snap of a finger, we can return back to center back to square one, like nothing ever happened, back to normal. Wait, hold up. You're telling me they can't? That's what you're saying. They can't? They cannot? Oh, I thought so. You see, I was right. I knew we can't do everything. I knew it. Maybe I'll give 5 more and then I'll end the video. Humans can't do everything. Okay, how about this? Can families just be good and perfect, or at least near perfect all the time, without the realization, without it having to be a thing at all? Toxic families. Can families not be toxic at all? And there will be no such thing in this existence on this planetarium. It will just be loving, caring, be supportive and all that towards their children as well, and cousins and all their relatives, and be supportive all the way, of their children, of their dreams, passions, hobbies, interests. Oh, last I checked, most families are quite toxic and very demanding and controlling and conditional. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we not keep up with the trends consistently? Can we just be our unique selves, our true selves? And stop faking it and stop trying to fit in with the masses because we are so afraid of being outcasted and being different and being hated, be a scapegoat, black sheep and all that. Even amongst the same race, amongst people that are the same race as us, amongst our community, the same age gap, age bracket, not age gap, my mistake, age bracket, or the same generation and all. Similar with the differences, I guess. Can we accept differences? No way, you're telling me we cannot? You don't wanna do that? You're good where you're at, you wanna stay stuck, you're comfortable. I see. And then people keep saying we should get out of our comfort zone. Yeah, only when it caters to them, only when it's like preferable, when it's suitable, when it whatever it is they say. Yeah, we cannot, we can't, we can't. I thought so. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we overeat and not be obese, morbidly obese? Can we not die of a heart attack if we consume a lot of fast food? And yes, I know some people actually survive, but generally, no. You suffer a heart attack, high blood pressure, all those sodiums and fats and whatnot, cholesterol. Can we survive that? Can we just eat and indulge and lavish and not have to work out and all that? And this is coming from a person that is skinny. Isn't that ironic? Ooh, fat phobic. I'm not trying to bring it towards that, okay? So don't misunderstand. Don't put words in my mouth, alright? Maybe I shouldn't have said what I said, but whatever. It's already been said. Yeah, no, we cannot. We cannot. So, the last two. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we put a heavy load on our bodies without our bodies being crushed? Let's say you're 60 kilograms. We put 100 kilograms on our bodies. No, I think that's still tolerable. Maybe 200. Don't suffer a fractured bone, fractured spine, fractured ribs. Nothing like that. Can we survive it? Since you say humans can do everything. Oh no, the same things. We cannot. Yeah, I thought so. And the last and final. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can you stand in front of a hungry ass lion? Or in the waters in front of a hungry ass great white shark and not get eaten? Can you not? Can you be in a body of water infested with piranhas and not get eaten? Can you? What? No way, we cannot. We'll get eaten. Yeah. Humans can do everything. Okay, how about this? Can we chop off our heads and survive for, say, 2 hours? Oh wait, we can't because we die instantaneously or almost instantaneously. And then that guy, the French guy, he wanted to test the how long a human being can survive without its head. And he lasted 7 seconds, I think, if you watch the video. And I think the longest was 30 seconds. He used a guillotine and chopped his own head off. You know why they died? Because there's no blood flowing to the brains. There's no oxygenated blood. And also, our bodies operate because of our what? Heads is the important conduit component. Just like devices and technologies, there's that important piece, semiconductors, I guess, whatever it is. Without it, it cannot operate. The chips, the chipset, the Qualcomm, the Intel, the M1, that's for the iOS, the Apple M1 stuff. Yeah, without it, you can't operate. And we also can't operate without our hearts, besides our heads, So we have two. So yeah, we can't do everything. Too bad, too sad. And that's all, that concludes it. 20 minutes and above this video. Humans can't do everything, just like the title. Even though we've advanced so far and all that. But guess what? People have died also trying to make it here. All the infrastructures, all the buildings and whatnot, bridges have been built, have collapsed and then rebuilt again. People have gotten stuck under rubbles. Or under rubble. Under broken stuff, broken cement and all that, just rubble. And they died because they were stuck. Or their bodies cannot be moved, This, that, these, those. All these are casualties and whatever. And then they have no choice but to stay there, and then, the final hours, the final days, I guess. And then someone has to stay there with them, so they won't be alone. Kind of like House, House MD, where the girl was stuck under rubble and then they had to they had to amputate her because that part of her body is dead. It's gangrenous. Oxygen and blood can't flow that side because she was pinned under the rubble. Yeah, so we can't do everything. We can't survive storms. We have to be in shelters. Unless you'd rather be out there in the rain and all. I mean, yeah, some people can survive and all. Especially the homeless, no offense. But other than that, we can't survive earthquakes, tornadoes, cyclones, hurricanes, storms, hailstones, blizzards, avalanche, typhoon. No, we can't. All these catastrophes, natural disasters, we cannot survive. And then you want to say we can do anything as long as we put our minds to it? Because I damn sure did put my mind into surviving, or at least trying to survive all these calamities, all these catastrophes and natural disasters, but I still end up dead, wound up dead. Explain that. Excuse me. That is all from me. That is all for this video. Be you, do you. Signing out now. Adios.